can you pull up the longshoreman, the head of union of the ports, the 36 ports? I want you to, by the way, this is a guy that's complaining about, he's asking for a 77% raise. If you can click that button so the audio will be ready.
77.
He's the head of the dock workers union, is threatening to cripple the U.S. economy. But watch how he speaks, like a loving, caring.
Wholesome.
I just want you to watch this guy. Go ahead.
Cripple you, and you have no idea
I will cripple you.
what that means. When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port, a lockdown. First week, be all over the news every night, boom, boom. Second week, guys who sell cars can't sell cars because the cars ain't coming in off the ships. They get laid off. Third week, malls start closing down. They can't get the goods from China. They go out of business. Construction workers get laid off because the materials aren't coming in. They lose their job. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important our jobs are. I will cripple you.
Okay. By the way, he's not lying. They have a very, very important job. Okay. Now, he's talking about the kind of money they make. Rob, can you pull up his house? Okay. Look up his name and go pull up his house. Yeah. Go pull up his house.
Don't dox him, though.
Type in house. Okay. Go to, this is his house. Zoom in.
7,000.
Yeah. But you have to see his house. So the guy
Depends
that,
on where he lives, though.
No, keep going. That's his, keep,
The garage. That's just a 4-car
see if
garage.
that's the picture that shows the house.
Oh my God,
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
dude.
Keep going.
Where's that? Connecticut? Where's he at, Pat? Is he East Coast?
Regardless,
Oh, yeah,
it's a
see,
nice house. He's got a
of
nice
course.
place. Zoom in. Let's just see what the house looks like. Okay. So this is going back to a Bentley convertible. I mean, that's a 5-car garage, outdoor sauna, brick pizza oven. You know, these rich people, right? You got to be careful with these rich people, right? But no, the point is this. This is a guy that's a union boss who knows he has the leverage right now. He knows he's going to bring the pain right now, and he's asking for a 77% raise for his guys to match what's being made on the West Coast. The same guys apparently are making 116 on the West Coast. They're claiming they're making average 81, and he wants them to get a 77% raise, which will put him at 143 to match what West Coast is getting. It's a 43% raise. He's making his demands. And his argument is during COVID, you guys made a lot of money while COVID was taking place, and we didn't see any of it and want to get some of it. But the way he's going about doing it, this is where union kind of gets in trouble, man. Tom.
And if you look around the world, you can just Google this. Don't do it right now, but Google automated ports.
Porns?
Ports.
Oh,
Ports.
P-O-R-N-S.
No,
T-S.
ports.
Got it.
Ports. The porn something else.
Yeah.
And what you will find is these completely robotic, longshoremen are needed less because there's all this robotic stuff that is unloading ships.
Yeah.
And the number of people that are needed are much less. And they put them onto self-driving trucks. And so we know we have self-driving trucks. So we got to be careful here. There was a certain candidate who jumped all over $20 minimum wage in New York City, and it accelerated the entire fast food industry, putting kiosks in. And they went to one of the vendors that helped Southwest. Remember Southwest, Burbank Airport? It was like one of the first kiosks. Remember that? And we assume that you went up to that kiosk because, well, it's a low-cost airline, so they're doing this. But guess what?
Yeah, that's
Look
China.
at this. This is an automated port. So you want to be really careful about this. I believe longshoremen should get fair pay for the work they do. It's hazardous and things like this. But you got to be careful pushing people too far. Otherwise, kids lose jobs at McDonald's to kiosks, and this happens.
Well, this is coming no matter what, Tom. This is coming no matter what. And this is their number one fear because they're worried 15 to 30% of their jobs going to be replaced by this.
Yeah.
That's what their biggest fear is.
And this
The fact
exists.
that- and this not only exists, it's just getting better and better and better and better and better.
But Pat, when it comes to the union situation, it's like we're letting one person have that much power where he could shut this down because the snowball effect of this, Tom, be honest, if they shut down for a month, because I already saw people at Costco, they're buying toilet paper, they're buying paper towels. It's in the line at Costco right now across the country are insane. How bad letting one guy have this much power, and I get it, money
This
deserved.
is the way it works. I mean, this is a CEO. How can Tim Cook have this much power? How could Jimmy Hoffa over the Teamsters have this much power? This is the way it goes. And if you don't have, you need to have a leash on leadership. Leadership needs to be strong. It needs to be clear. It needs to be transparent. And if you go over the edge, you can find yourself at a company with an out-of-control CEO and you lose your job because he's a knucklehead. Or you could be in a union where there's a negative effect because you reach too far. And so this is the drama and the danger of unleashed leadership.
But something's going on with unions these days, because we've covered this a few times now with the dock workers. What are they called? The
Longshoremen.
longshoremen. Who heard of longshoremen in the last 100 years? I didn't even think this was a thing. But they're making themselves relevant. We saw what happened with UAW, the United Auto Workers. We saw what happened in Hollywood, the writers' strike. There's a lot of things
That
in
ended
automation and ChatGPT and AI. These conversations are going to start to hap up. But is it a money thing, or is it more of a social, cultural, culture war kind of a thing? Because the Democrats used to be the party of the working man. I would argue that the Democrats are now the party of the working woman.
Military
What is a
industrial
woman
complex.
these days, actually? The for all the talk of that the Republicans and the tax cuts only care about the millionaires and the billionaires and all this stuff, I don't know. This is the first time that the auto workers did not endorse a Democrat. So there's a shift going on there with that. But ultimately, if you've ever read their book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, they say we all need food, water, shelter, clothing, all that. But there's another thing that you always need that everyone craves, and that is appreciation, or at the very least, recognition. And what's the form of recognition you get in a job? Well, that's compensation. Now, the question is your compensation really going to increase 77%? What happened with the United Auto Workers when they did their deal, they were asking for 25%. So, Pat, how realistic is it as a business owner to come in there as a capitalist, say, all right, I want to meet you here. I want to get the supply chain going 77%.
What do you think this guy makes per year? What do you think this guy makes per year?
900.
Half a million bucks.
Oh, you know?
Half a million.
How much?
You know what he makes?
Yes.
Are you guessing or you knew?
No, I just said it.
Oh, no. He makes 900 a year.
900 a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so go
He's
to
the
the link
union
I
boss.
sent you
That's
around and look at his yacht.
Yep.
Elon Musk tweeted about his yacht. He says, this guy's got a bigger yacht than I do.
Do we have a problem with this
I
guy
have
making
zero
money?
problem with that.
No.
I have zero problem
But
with that.
crippling
That does-
America?
That does nothing for me. And by the way, out of the amount of money that this union has gave to candidates, they've given $115,000 to Dems and $5,000 to conservatives. So it's not
Really?
like,
So they're still
the
union.
money that they've given out. So go up so you can see Elon's
There it
name,
is,
Rob.
Pat. 728
Go a little
plus
higher so we can see
173.
Elon's. There you go. Dude has more yachts than me. So that's him. 728 last year plus 173 as president of local union. So he's making money, okay? He's making good money for himself on what he's doing. However, here's what also is going to happen many times with union leaders. Union leaders sometimes hurt their own guys because their own guys are like, hey, man, I can't go that long.
Right.
Because you know what the average longshoreman's thinking about?
1 month.
How much cash have I saved up
Not a
that I
lot.
can pay my bills? Not a lot. So he doesn't have a long time. So guess who knows that? The other side. So this thing, if this goes back and forth, it could be done as quickly as a week, or it could take, if it takes anything past November 5th, it ain't good for a party. That's all it is. I got a big announcement to make. The property I'm on right now, we've been working on buying this property for the last 3 years. It's one of its last kind in America. Why? It's on 11 acres. It's got 2 hangars. It's on an airport. Upgrades of $7 million made here. That's going to be the new headquarters of Valuetainment Media, Consulting, the podcast, the whole 9. And what we wanted to do, we want to find a way to celebrate this as the new headquarters with inviting you to an event on November 5th, which is election night. A lot of different things people will be talking about, business owners. What's going to happen if it goes this way? What's going to happen if it goes that way? So imagine 2,000 people being here. Let me show you around. Some of you will have a private meeting with me. That's the elite. That's going to be a few of you. Some will get a private tour of the entire office from us. There's a hangar in the back. So you come up here. Imagine there's going to be a couple major tents, 40 feet by 100 feet, where some of the people that are buying general tickets will be there. But over here inside the hangar is where the podcast will be held. This entire thing will be open like it is right now. Inside of it, myself, the PBD Podcast crew, Some of the super VIPs will be invited to go upstairs in a section that we have that's got a bar, a restaurant, food, kitchen. You're eating, you're watching it from all the way up there while we're doing the podcast down here in the hangar. So imagine in this room, there's 1,000 people, right? While we're going through this whole thing. Conversation, it's gonna be from 6 p.m. is when it starts, all the way up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Who knows, maybe we go 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because a lot of things that's gonna be going on. And by the way, do you know why we're not cutting this? We're on an airport. These are planes. We have to hear because right here is the airport. And FYI, Messi plays right there at that stadium right behind us. There's 5 ticket tiers that you can purchase. Each one's got more things to offer. But even locally, there's general tickets to buy for just $75. Bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your family, bring your friends. There's one caveat after you buy the ticket. When you buy the ticket and you come on November 5th, you have to wear Future Looks Bright gear. I'm talking Future Looks Bright hat, a shirt, doesn't matter. You're gonna have to show I got some kind of Future Looks Bright gear because we want everybody here to spread the message and the energy of optimism around the world, back to their states, wherever you're going to be. So November 5th, click on a link above or below, get registered. And if you're watching this saying, well, Pat, I like to travel private. Can I bring my private jet here? 5 of you guys will be after you buy your ticket. Then you can ask us, and that's only available to the tickets at the highest level possible to bring your jet and park it here. So having said that, get your tickets, and I cannot wait to see you November 5th, 6 p.m. at our new headquarters in Fort Lauderdale. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.